Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of your new favorite show,
The Time.
My name is Pelumi Buari, and of course I have two beautiful angels with me.
I'm Victoria Gray.
And I am Tolu Thompson.
All right, you've heard from my girls, and now let's get right into the topic of the day. Now, before going into marriage, or even before dating someone or considering to marry or date someone, we have something we call expectations or criteria. Now, for some people, anything goes as long as there is love. But for some people,
Which people?
the list is endless. So today we're gonna ask, what exactly is your criteria for marriage? Now, don't forget to join in the conversation with the comment section down below. So just comment as we're talking, all right? So, my ladies in the house, who should I start? Let me start with you, Tolu.
Oh, because I'm not married yet.
Yes, because you're not married yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask, what are your considerations? Your criteria, your
What are you looking
expectations.
for?
What are you looking for?
So top of my list, in all honesty, I want someone that's very emotionally available.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
'Cause
Nigeria.
I mean, it is what it is.
Please.
To be honest, because a lot of men out there, they want to date you, they like you, but that emotional gap, that emotional availability is not there. They're just seeing you as let's go out, let's go and eat, let's go and see a movie, let's just spend time together.
Why is that? Do you think they've been hurt before?
I think so. I think
Ah.
so.
Are you
But,
sure?
hurt
Women have
people-
been hurt and we come back. So
Yeah. Maybe they've just not healed from their trauma.
Yeah.
But I really want someone that's emotionally there for me because I'm very emotional. And I think most women are. And that's why you see that most women end up or resort to their friends, their girlfriendships, and those ones to chop their eye and betray them. And, it just goes on like that. Meanwhile, the husband or the boyfriend that they have that's supposed to be there for them emotionally is not. So I want emotional availability, to be honest.
So that's all your criteria?
No, that's not all.
That's like the top of your list,
top
right?
of my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we now come down to the financial aspect.
Hey,
Are you getting it
Tolu.
now?
Life.
Exactly, because this is Nigeria. Hey, my brother.
What happened to Nigeria? Don't you want to be taken care of anyway?
I want to be taken care of anywhere, but in Nigeria it's peculiar because there needs to be stability in the financial aspect.
Okay.
In other countries, the economy sort of like helps you. You can afford to be average and still do well. But in Nigeria, the rich gets richer, the average gets poorer.
The poor gets
So
poorer.
what she wants is peace of mind and rest of mind.
Do you get?
I really understand what you're saying. What you're saying, but that emotional availability. I just feel like, aside being hurt by trauma, I think it's like we always say society, but over time we've seen how men are conditioned to never show emotions, and because they're not in touch with their emotions, I feel that really
They don't know how to navigate.
Yeah,
it.
they don't know how to navigate, or they don't know how to really emotionally connect with people to be available emotionally. Because there's some things I'll tell my husband, I'm like, if I tell my girlfriend this, I get a different reaction.
Like, you come back home and say, this happened. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, what?
Okay,
be angry with me. Exactly.
You need to be angry with me.
Thank you.
I saw a meme one time, and then they were like, a guy actually wrote it, and he was like, when it comes to like emotional availability, I think a lot of girls like when you ad lib, when they just like, you don't
Exactly.
manage, you don't say.
Like that's the only time. Yes.
You said what?
Yes.
Kids were like dating a 30+ man. So you're telling him what you're going through at work, and he's telling you, oh, just respect. I know I'm supposed to respect her, but in this situation, you're supposed to be on my side.
Yeah,
we need to
defend
fight this
me.
battle
Do you understand?
together.
Defend me.
Simple.
But now, sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
but both of you are married. You guys have asked me what's my criteria because I'm not married. Now you're married. What was your criteria?
So before you ask me, I'm going to ask Victoria.
Exactly.
Because, for Victoria, I want, another angle to, the question that she answered. Because let's be honest, sometimes what you ordered is not what you got.
It's happened so many times. So many times.
So you're married now. So I want to ask, your criteria. Will you say your husband ticked all your boxes? Or were there some things you had to let go of? Some things you had to, what's the word now? Compromise on? What is it?
Well, with me, there were things I definitely had to let go of because I had this whole criteria in my head of what I wanted him to look like. But my husband is actually what I needed him to look like. So I had to let go of a lot of these things and also just take in, not compromise necessarily, but just take in what or who he was, which was perfect for me, to be honest.
Expect physically? Because some people will have, oh, I want
Baby,
to
hold on. Let me speak to him, baby. Please do not hold anything against me. I'm about to say. Okay, so funny thing is back then I was into the whole buff macho alpha male type of thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because all my friends were also into it. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
So gym rats were your spec.
And now gym rats irritate me. Because I'm like, what is this? And now gym rats irritate me. So I just had to let go of what I wanted and just take in what I need. And then, in as vain as this would sound, right? A cute smile has me at hello. Like, if your smile is top notch, then okay. Hello, baby. Hello, sweetie. Yeah, so that was it.
So, I mean, also emotional as well.
Well, emotional intelligence. And when I say emotional intelligence, I now have to break it down into communication. How well can you communicate with me? How transparent are you? How open are you? Yeah, like how open are you to let me into your life? Like, I remember the first few weeks, I already knew the password to his phone. He could leave it with me. Like, it was that honesty.
That's so sweet.
And you know, because it was long distance, I could only rely on communication and honesty at that point. And I feel like I got it. So I was like, okay.
So distance is even a barrier for you. So you did long distance.
That was my first long distance.
How long did you guys do long distance for?
We did long distance, but I traveled in and out, but it was like for 5 months.
Wow.
5 months. No, 5 months. About 9 months in total.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, in Lagos, they say if you stay on the island and your partner stays on the mainland, they're a long distance.
People trigger me. Someone walked up to me and was like, you know, me and my girlfriend have a long distance relationship. Like, she lives in Ogun State and I live in Lagos.
Wow.
I was so insulted. I'm like, I lived hours away from this man and you're telling me Ogun State and Lagos is long distance.
Something that you can just take a bike. Well, I mean, not a bike, but just take a bike, please.
But I have a question. I mean, you guys are married and this is... But
it's like you came to jot that one past question.
Yes, she's making sure that people don't think they have a shot. Yes, we are married.
But you know how they say that you can never find your...
Perfect.
I mean, no,
Your
like let's say you have a list, like I want him to be this and this. You can't find, you know, a man that has 100%.
Yeah.
But is it true that if he has 80, then you're good to go?
I mean, I think it depends on 80 because, you know, there are some things you can compromise on and there are some things you can't compromise on. So like me, for example, talking about, you know, my criteria, I never really had, so when it comes to like physical attributes, I never really had, I mean, I have things that I'm attracted to, but I don't think it was like a criteria like he must have this. Now, I mean, probably because of, you know, the background I came from where, you know, I was quite surrounded by a lot of, you know, very toxic marriages. So I think right from, you know, earlier on, I understood that it's not all about the physical. You know, I need to be able to trust him. You know, whether, and when I mean trust with money, trust with my, you know, with my heart.
I think you were ticking off what you didn't want, and then that kind of shaped what you wanted.
So I'll just say, like, you know, based on, you know, different relationships around, I saw examples of things I didn't want my husband to. So every time I looked at, I'm like, so I'm telling, oh my gosh, there was this guy that was on my case one time. And then he did something, I'm like, you're doing it like this person. Okay, no, that's it.
Next.
So, you know, now that we're talking about, you know, emotional and, you know, physical, would you say there's anyone that is more important than the other? Or do you think there's something you can let go of? Because, you know, when I mean physical, for example, I mean, physical in terms of look, you know, the beards, you know, you know, when those Yoruba men or something, when they, not even Yoruba, Nigerians, when they wear that buba and shokoto, you know, there's a way they just look like they have all the money in the world. So, you know, I'm talking about the overall packaging, the looks, even finances, for example, materialistic things, for example. Would you prefer that over to, you know, an emotional criteria, like, you know, being faithful, trust, communication and all those things? Because there are some ladies that I know that would actually, I mean, if it's giving you money, they'll say it's better to cry in a Bugatti. That's a cry in a bus. So for you,
okay. I mean, if you ask me, I think it's a balance of both, to be honest. So I've realized that
trust Olu to get that bag in.
Wait now. So I have realized that I am actually very sapiosexual because I've looked at, I mean, there's some girls that you see.
Please explain for everyone that doesn't understand the word.
So you know how some ladies, you see all their exes and you can see a pattern, like, oh, she likes tall men. Right. Yeah. But for me, I've realized that I've liked a short man before. I've liked
shorter than you?
Maybe my height.
Okay.
I've liked a tall man before. I've liked a pot belly man.
Yeah. No offense to all the pot-bellied men out there. Please be proud of your one pack. Be proud of your one pack. Carry it with pride.
If you have a pot belly, you have a shot. Just
No, they say. Pot-bellied men. No, but they say it's a sign of good living. So carry it with pride. Yeah.
But one thing I observed in common is that they were all intelligent and they have back.
money.
What did I say? Just salute to have that bag.
I think I kind of know what I'm attracted to. So it's beyond the looks for me. You know what I mean? So I've observed that. So would I say they were maybe there for me emotionally? Maybe not 100, to be very honest. But I would say that,
And do you think maybe that's why it never resulted into like a love? If they were not there for you emotionally, do you think that played a role in maybe why y'all ain't together now?
Well, because they were the one that was emotionally there for me. He didn't have money.
So your takeaway is please be emotionally available and have money.
But make sure.
Simple.
No,
Simple.
You can be emotionally available, but just make sure.
Just have money. No, like be everything good, but have money. That's it.
And have the fear of God.
Have the fear of God.
Funny thing for me, I from a very young age, like I've always tried to like have my ish together. So I was not really worried about the financial aspect of it. Like it wasn't a very, very big thing for me. And if I knew that I still wanted to be broke, I would still be in my father's house, like loafing off my parents. Yeah. So for me, it was emotional, definitely counted. Like I'll put it at 60. And then looks. I need to smile when I wake up in the morning, please.
What makes you smile when you looks?
No. When you can't wake up and you look at something whose face looks like this. Exactly. So I needed to smile in the morning. So it's like a 60-40 thing for me. Like emotionally, the inside matters most. I know it sounds cheesy, but the inside matters most than the outside.
Okay, so since you said that the inside matters most, so what if, he has a very nice inside, but then he has baby mama drama?
God forbid. That's my God forbid button for me.
Yeah, because
other people could
see the way the country is evolved, or even life in general. I feel there are a lot of people in this Nigeria, and Africa at large. Yeah, there are a lot of guys that have, baby mamas. They might not be dramatic. They might not be all that fighting on social media and all those things. But now we're having a higher percentage of guys that already have kids. So I mean, now going forward, especially for singles, is something that you have to consider that, there's a
it's also applicable to married people. What if you find out some
later
guy has something there? What if he has something in the corner that you did not know about? Even he didn't know about.
Just hide all the guns. What? But moving forward,
hide all the guns.
Just hide all of it because it's not even gonna happen. But so like, I'm talking. So Tolu,
baby mama drama. To be honest, I really do see. I've seen people that have baby, but like the man had a child before they got married, and they are fine. So I think I would also I'll ask a lot of questions. To be honest, I don't think it's something I would just... I mean, what if he's a great guy and he just made a mistake, to be very honest? But then again...
What if it wasn't a mistake? He planned to have
that child.
What if he planned
to have a child? Or what if it was a very strong... Because I don't think everybody sets out to actually have, baby mamas.
Exactly.
I feel there's times when, you're in a strong relationship and you think it's going to lead to marriage. Or it might even be that they're married and then they're divorced and then they have a child. So not all the time is baby mama, something that is very, very
I think at the end of the day, it depends on how I
whatever.
really feel about the person and the guy himself. So if I see that, I mean, because I feel like that's even a test of how he's good. Because how does he treat the baby mama? If he treats her with a level of respect and takes good care of the child, I can say, okay,
I don't know.
But then if
First
I see
experience will not allow me thinking that way.
if I see that, if you're talking bad about your baby mama to me, I'm like, okay, even if she's troublesome and she's a witch or whatever, I don't think you should be letting me know all of that. I mean, that's a no-no for me. So I really think it depends on the guy and the kind of relationship he has with her.
I was talking to a guy for not 2 months. I was talking to a guy for 2 months and I didn't even know that he had a baby mama. So when I started getting messages, some looking like threats, probably were threats, but I'm like,
baby mama.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'm like, how did you find me? Yes. I'm like, how did you find me? Who are you? Do I even know you?
But she's not married to him.
Well, she has a child with him. You don't know having a child for a man is like you claiming ownership over land.
That's
it's
a child's
that deep.
father.
Exactly. So after getting all of that, And the guy was like, oh, yeah, no, I was just trying to get to know you a little bit better before I told you about it. I was like, that is complete bull.
That's a
at
red
this point.
flag.
So I was like, that's why, because of that experience, I'm like, I don't have time to entertain rubbish. So I'm like, let me
So
just
it's a
avoid
no-no
it at
for
all
you.
costs.
Again,
Yeah.
again, what if he was a millionaire?
I don't
It's
care
you
about
that likes bags.
It's you that likes
The funny thing about me, yeah, in as much as I seem to like bags,
It's
I've
your
realized
aqua
that.
suit.
And funny thing is, I've observed this about myself. So in as much as I like me bag, I don't put pressure on this man. Like I'm not the kind of girl that would say, "Oh, buy me this." There's
nothing wrong with wanting financial stability.
Yeah, just
I
the fact that
understand
you just have it. Don't worry. I might not be collecting, but just
Just have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think financial stability is important because even when you take him home to your parents, they'll ask, "Are you sure you can take care of her? You know, are you sure you have a job that can sustain the family that you want to start?" So I don't think having financial stability as a criteria is actually very
I actually
wrong.
have a question for you guys.
Me?
Yeah. Would you guys consider a man's past as a criteria?
Like body
Like
count?
yes, body count can be included in it. Number of girlfriends. Would you guys consider it? Like, is it at the top of your list when it comes to criteria? Like, how many people has this man been with?
So there's never really like one answer in my life because number one, I'm very indecisive. Now, aside that, I call myself an investigative reporter.
Oh, sis!
Crazy ex. This is giving me crazy ex-girlfriend.
It's not crazy ex-girl.
I am the investigative girlfriend. I will find out
investigative.
me.
I am like that.
Ooh,
So there was
okay.
even with my husband right now, when he broke up with his, so we were sort of I already knew him before he broke up, and then I'm like, why did you break up? It's like, oh, the relationship wasn't working. I think probably she cheated or something or whatever.
Yeah.
But I still went to her page.
Yeah.
I followed her. No, I didn't follow her on
No,
Instagram.
I won't follow her.
But I used to check her page. I had all her friends' snaps. So I followed them on Snapchat to see who she was, the type of person she was. I knew her brother, her sister,
her mom.
Wait, why were you obsessed with the girlfriend?
So I wasn't obsessed, right? I just was looking for... So I just needed something to credit what he had said.
Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't need something... I mean, there are some people that you see and you're like, this thing I've heard is not matching, what I'm seeing right now. So I just wanted to know where, the past relationship, to know that, I wasn't setting myself up for, disaster. Because right from the beginning, I always had this, like I said, probably because of how I grew up surrounded by a lot of bad homes. So I never wanted to date if I didn't know that it would lead to an actual place. Dating for fun was never... So if you're dating for fun,
a plan.
it's a deal breaker for me. It was never a plan. So I was very intentional and very serious about it. So I stalked all of them. So that being said, if I have...
I stalked all of them.
There's a guy who has a very weird past. I mean, first of all, I think it depends on the past. It depends on how he has proven to change. Even though a lot of people can be very deceptive.
People hardly change,
Hence why I will stalk.
And do my research.
Yes,
I feel like
if he's still maybe keeping the same crowd or doing the same things on the G. Because even if you might not post on his Instagram, there's someone that will go and tag you.
Exactly. So you'll find out one. I feel like I need to say
my
this.
friend something. I said we post so much on social media without even realizing. Even people that form mysterious.
You can easily get kidnapped. You can easily get kidnapped.
Because we know.
But I need to say this. Do you need an investigator? Is your husband cheating on you? Contact Pelumi.
I would actually help you.
I saw a clip where this girl was like, when she was checking out this guy, she found out that his mom wasn't his real mom before he knew.
How?
And I can relate.
So I mean, let's see.
That's crazy.
I know.
So I mean, let's bring it down to... I have this very weird question, right? So imagine, since we're talking about maybe the past matters or not, when it comes to picking a guy. So imagine maybe years from now, Davido comes to meet you, and he's like, "What did you get?"
Victoria has left the group chat.
So imagine Davido comes to meet you now, and Davido is like, the past is in the past. I've changed. No more baby mama drama.
Yes,
I really want to be. No, it's just.
Imagination.
It's imagination. Fifi. Imagination. It's just imagination. Imagine like a Davido, right? So it might be maybe a superstar or whatever just comes and you've experienced or you've seen and witnessed everything that happened with him. But he comes and he's really serious. He really wants to be with you.
I'll take it spiritual.
What?
Yes. Let me go and see if he has really, really changed because this eyes is deception.
You're so nice. I won't even consider. I'm like,
I can't. No, excuse
bye.
me. Is this still singing one? Have you retired?
Is this still touring?
What does he drive?
Retired.
How many houses do you have?
Yes. Because I have to insert my generation into that Adeleke wealth.
Yeah.
You have to consider all these things. That's it. You take it spiritual.
You go and pray, Father Lord.
Because
Sorry, I want peace of mind and rest of mind. I don't even look
you
at
don't
you.
even want
I don't even want.
do you know there are
I don't
many?
think
There
I
are many. I mean, for example, Banky W.
Mhm.
In the past, when he was still in check his music videos, now he's a man of God. People can change. What are you saying?
Wow.
But Banky is one out of how many
And
hundreds of
if Banky
thousands?
can
Millions,
change,
one out of
Davido can
millions.
change too.
Okay, I believe in you.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're
Thank
talking
you,
about
sister.
marriage, so we also have to talk about sex.
Mhm.
So, talking about sex, in marriage criteria. Now, imagine, if someone ticks all your boxes and then it's just that sex. Now, this is for those that have premarital sex, right? So I even need to ask.
I feel like she's judging already. She's like, those
No, I'm not. No, I promise you, I'm not judging. But I'm just saying, because there are some people that don't see anything in it because they're like, oh, you have to what's the
Test the waters.
and all of those
sexually
things,
compatible.
see if
Yeah.
you're sexually compatible and all of that. And then there's some people who would not even do it at all.
Mhm.
So now the first question is, premarital sex, is it a criteria? Because I know a lot of guys, it's a criteria for them, but a lot of ladies, they're very, very, like this. And another thing is, so now imagine you finally had sex and he ticks all your boxes. He's
But that
perfect.
sex is just not.
Faithful. He has the bag. He has the this. He looks good. Smells nice. He's perfect. But then the sex is bad.
Yeah.
Can't you teach sex? No, like it's a serious question. Can you teach someone how
I
to
think
have
we
sex?
can learn and
You
grow
can
together.
learn.
Are men actually? I mean, it's different for
What is
them to
isn't
say.
Kama Sutra like?
Wait,
Okay, I don't know if
Are
it's a
men
teacher.
How will you
but-
say, guy? I love you. You're perfect.
But,
sex
yeah.
is bad.
It can affect his ego first. And then you know how they say that as
I
an
feel like you
adult,
can
it's
chip it
harder,
in.
it's harder to teach someone something as an adult because there's already a way that
But
they
you can
use
chip
to-
it in, like chip in like ideas, like let's try this or let's do this instead and whatnot. I feel like it's something that he can learn.
Is it because of,
What if
is it
it's
because he ticks all the other boxes?
Yes. I mean, why would you throw away something that's 80% right for you over one
Sex
thing?
is 100% for
Over
some
one thing,
people.
over one
Sex
thing
is a
that
deal
you
breaker
can
for a lot of
possibly
people.
fix. I mean, you can.
What if it's not fixable? What if maybe I'm trying to be very
Okay,
nice?
it cannot
So what
perform.
if it might not
What
even-
if it doesn't get better?
No, it might not even be that he can perform or he cannot perform. But what if maybe the is too?
Hey, leave.
You understand what I mean, right?
I don't understand what you mean. Please explain.
No, I mean, let's talk about the reproductive organ. What if it's
She's not talking about the wave of the boat. She's talking about the size of the boat.
Okay, I get it now. Married women, really? Okay, I get it now. The size. What did Ashake say? Something small body, big engine, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not about size.
It's about the waves.
Some sizes are
motion.
doing magic.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what
So
if it's
small-
not working for you and he has all the 80%?
Yeah.
So we're trying to know how important sex is, with the criteria, because everybody say, oh, men are scarce, or a good girl or a wives are scarce or whatever. But so you found someone, he's perfect, but then just that one thing.
I'm
do you
saying
think that you're
leave
gonna-
because even though it seems like a small thing compared to every other thing on your list, it's what you'll have to do or handle for the rest of your life, which is a
And you don't
very
wanna
big
cheat
part
on your
of it.
partner,
Exactly. So you might
right.
as well just cut your losses and leave.
So cheating on partners. So I have to come back to, physical attributes, right? Now, we all know how life is. As you grow older, you evolve. So let's say you are your husband's spec, for example, or your husband is your spec.
Yeah.
Now you guys are married, the pot belly is developed. So your spec is six packs, looking good.
working out
Or maybe,
now.
as a guy, your spec is, maybe a very
Figure
slim
eight.
lady.
Coca-Cola, Fanta is a Coca-Cola
Yeah, that bottle.
bottle.
And then you now have the child comes. She has gained weight.
But
Hormonal
those
and all
type
of
of
that.
things are inevitable. Like you can't avoid it.
Yeah,
like,
so
your body won't be the
For
same.
the man, what if he starts getting a pot belly?
Well, for some men, it's genetics. Like I know, for example, I've seen men that are very slim, like in teens and 20s, and then by the time they hit 30s, they just blow up.
So do you think
Genetics,
that affects your
that's-
sexual attraction?
It does. It definitely does.
and I think that's where better for worse comes into play. Or
Better
better
for us.
for
I feel like there are more there are more painful situations.
For better or for worse.
Exactly. But I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. If I feel like love conquers all. I know I sound cheesy, but love conquers all. I mean, you'd be able to look past this
The
type of things.
body.
Like, for example, I love my husband's beard, but Lord knows if he cuts it today, I'll still love him. He won't change. He'll look weird,
regardless.
but I'll still love him. So
Yeah, I really-
you're able to look past those type of things.
Yeah, I really like what you said because, I feel sexual attraction or physical attraction is the
Phase.
first step.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to know the person and then they tick all your other boxes, by the time you guys grow, I'm sure you
Person
probably
is your
wouldn't even
home.
see it.
Mhm.
Because, my husband, when I first met him, he had, he had 6 packs and everything. And then now we're married. And then after, like 2 years, we go somewhere and everyone says, your stomach is big. Or your stomach is... And me, no, not like my husband. And I can't even see it. I promise you.
Because you're around him every single day.
I can't
That's
even
right.
see it. And then when he'll come say, see my stomach is big. See where?
Perspective.
So I think sometimes every other thing, by
You
the
don't
time
even
you grow
notice.
and build together, every other thing
Yeah.
overshadows.
Because they're
Definitely.
growing right before your very
Mhm.
eyes. So you're not even seeing the changes particularly. So I get it.
I just want to find out about age gap now. Like, what's your max? I know my max has always been 7 years. I was like, I'm not going above 7 years. That is
Yeah.
like it
I
for
mean,
me.
I
And
can
my
go-
minimum was like 3 years.
3.
Yeah, that was my minimum.
Me, I'm very indiscriminate. I know they
I don't discriminate. Exactly.
I
But obviously, if someone is obviously my grandpa or my uncle, obviously.
So,
but there's...
Ah.
I don't discriminate.
I can't do old.
You know the thing about
Sorry, I can't
relationships,
do old.
yeah, especially with women and
Yeah.
men. Most times when the man is older, they start telling you, "Don't call me Uncle Kope, mini baby." They tell you anything, Sasa.
Call me baby.
You understand? Call me baby.
I'm young at heart.
Do you understand? So for women, I think it's a lot more easier to deal with like an older
older
man.
person.
So I don't really see it. I mean, 10 years is not a bad option for me,
So
to be
for
honest.
me, I don't. Sorry, like I said, I don't discriminate. I can actually date someone younger. I can date someone older. I mean,
Really?
imagine a George Clooney now or a Pep Guardiola comes. Like,
I won't
bro,
look.
come on,
Let me
guys,
ask,
I won't
let me ask you
look.
somebody.
So
I won't
Rema.
look.
I mean, I'm married, honey. I love you. But I mean, if a Rema comes, I don't mind. I can say,
If Rema comes, I'll give him biscuits. Like, sit down.
I don't discriminate.
I be your mommy.
Like, sit down,
Why I'm
please.
saying that is because I don't feel like all these things we're talking about, maturity, emotional intelligence, is tied to age. I mean, you date some 40-year-olds and they're so immature. You're like,
Yeah.
bro, you're still a boy, and you call yourself a man. So I mean, if he's younger and he's mature and we can relate, why not? Because I'm up for. Because I mean, aside the fact that it's socially more acceptable for
When the man is
an older
Yeah.
man and a younger girl compared to an older
Older
woman
lady.
and a younger guy. But I just feel, love is love.
But you
As long as
guys also
can
need to
relate,
take
you can
into-
have fun, and you're all right.
You need to
You're
take
good
into
go.
account that by default, women age faster than men. I think
Right.
that's something I carry in the back of my head. I'm like, women age faster than men, and then you include the childbirth process and just the general stress that we have on our bodies as we age. And I'm like, the older I go, the better for me. At least we would look the same age.
But maybe like a year or 2 years younger. Anything
I would
below
even
that,
look younger. I'm so sorry.
I can't do it.
Anything,
Anything younger.
as far as we can.
Rema,
relate.
Rema,
I like
come
you.
for him.
I like you, but I'm your mommy. I'm your auntie.
Yeah, I'm your mommy.
But you know, Rema said something. He said, Rema, I get money passing your papa.
Yeah.
I saw now like older ladies.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You said
look at the vibe.
I said, I don't say you senior me. You don't know that song.
I know this song. That's why it actually looks like song. But I mean, let's go away
from Rema.
So
Leave Rema alone.
Deal breakers for
So,
you.
I mean, probably if he was divorced before he met me.
But you feel like he'll divorce you as well.
Yeah, depending on what happened,
Mm.
because it takes two to tango. It's not totally your wife's fault. I know you come and tell me the story and you say she was
She
a
was
witch,
Yeah.
she was a bad person. No, you say if your own was inside.
Mhm.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I think that's a turn off because I'm like,
Why did that one
Do you
fail?
understand? And research has it that people that have their first divorce, they always have a second divorce.
For
Wow,
real?
Yeah.
really?
I mean, I've seen some people who divorced and they want to work harder at the next one so that
To make
most
it
divorce
work.
doesn't repeat.
Sometimes, most from the research, I checked the statistics last time. Most
Interesting.
times it's the third one that now works.
I think
Because
another.
they've learned
Oh,
over time.
okay. I think another deal breaker that we tend to overlook is religion. And I'm saying
say
this,
that.
I recently spoke to a friend and she had to end a 9-year relationship.
I don't know.
Because he was Muslim, she's
She
Christian.
didn't know from the beginning.
She knew from the beginning, but you know, people that have faith in love, like we can
Hey.
make it through this.
Yeah,
She had faith in it, exactly. So his mom kept trying to get her to convert, and the mom was very condescending towards her, like, you do know that if you don't marry my son, I can easily find 2 or 3 other wives for him, things
What?
like that. You know, this differences in religion also kind of play a huge role
What
in
a
it.
tribe.
Tribe, no.
I'm very open-minded now.
I'm very open-minded. I mean, I'm literally from the north. He's from down south, so
Because
that
I think
doesn't
tribe
matter.
also, because I had a friend who dated this guy for like 5 years. But then when it was time to marry, like, oh, sorry, you know, you're this tribe.
Was it from her or her family were against the tribe?
The guy, so the guy's family was against. They're like, oh, he has to marry from his own tribe or their own tribe. I don't
Isn't
want
that
to
usually
mention-
the storyline?
Yeah,
Like,
they didn't.
what about-
you're not
what
from
marry
where,
someone else.
you need to marry from
I mean,
your
this
place.
question now. What if the guy still lives with his parents?
If it's family house, well, they will
You'll join your family. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, that's not a deal breaker for me, but I know that it would cause us a lot of problems. One,
Yes.
because I love my independence and I love my own space.
Imagine not being able to walk around naked.
Imagine
in
you
your
can't walk
house.
around naked, you can't open the curtains, you can't leave all the cupboards open,
just when you're
nothing.
dating. When you're dating, but maybe when you're now married, you're now move to.
Okay, no, if we're dating, that's
I know
fine.
someone that married into family house.
What?
Is the mommy? Is the mother? Her mother-in-law will now cook. What is on gel? I've cooked though. She'll not be like, must we eat what she wants to eat all the time? She'll be.
No,
There's some
that's
people that do that,
embarrassing.
Wow.
They don't care.
That's
They'll say
a
it's
first.
family house. Why spend when you're going to
That
inherit
is a
it
first.
anyway?
That would be a major issue for me.
That's
I
a
won't even
major
lie. That's a
issue,
major issue. I need to be
honestly.
free. Let me walk
Free.
around in my
But
birthday
free.
suit.
What if you want to do? You want to have fun anywhere? in
Which
the
fun?
house?
Which
You want
fun?
to have fun
You
as
say
a couple.
fun. You sound like an old woman.
What if you want to have fun? You know, do what mommy and daddy do.
Victoria, we have to go.
Okay, so my deal breakers, someone lazy. That's someone that's not ambitious. If you can't speak, like be able to communicate, use your words. Let me understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Be honest. If you're not honest, someone that tells lies, that is a major deal breaker. And someone that just doesn't have limits to life. That is a deal breaker. Like know when to stop certain things and know when to exactly. That's my major deal breaker.
I think mine, someone who doesn't communicate, because communication is like key for me. Someone who I can't trust.
Yeah.
Especially
with money.
See, with money, and, with trust,
And many other
just
things,
trust. I
actually.
mean, because being faithful ties under, trust as well. So that one is a deal breaker for me. And there's someone I cannot play with and have fun with. Because there are some
that's
guys.
true.
So there are some guys that feel like they're just
too rigid.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah, so it's not even about being rigid. They just have this, probably because when they see you and they toast you, you're very packaged. And so they want you to be that packaged.
Continue
like that.
They don't know that you can't.
I'll throw my wig off, jump on you.
Guys that I can't do that with, it's serious deal breaker for me. People I can't come to for advice and know that and trust that, okay, yes, you have my back and you would advise me. So many other things. But yes, if you don't have pink lips, it's a deal breaker.
Pink lips in the market.
No, that one is clips. That is peach and burnt and disfigured and discolored lips. Not pink lips. All right, guys, I think we've had enough of this. Let's talk. We need to go on a break, and when we come back, it's another segment. Hey sis, don't go anywhere. This is the time.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to The Time. Now, for Let's Talk, we were talking about what our criteria for marriage is, or Tolu was telling us what it was since we are already taken.
Money.
It's all about money. And for Hey Sis, we will be talking about something that is actually a criteria, but is a different angle on its own. So, ladies, would you guys marry into a family? Would you guys marry into a family if the family doesn't want you? And I'm including friends into it.
No.
Oh?
I know.
She didn't even think about it. I know.
Love conquers all, in my opinion.
Love
I'm
conquers
marrying
all.
the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's whatever the man says of me that the family, how the man esteems me is how the family will esteem
It's a lie.
Okay, wait. Before I respond to that, please, what is the lie?
It's a lie. It's not by how a man esteems you.
Are you speaking from experience or
See,
something?
no, it's not. So it's not necessarily, my own experience because my mom-in-law is the sweetest. But I have seen people whose mother-in-laws, did not like them for whatever reason. Maybe because they wanted the son to, marry
Someone else.
their friend's daughter, or
Oh.
maybe tribe or religion, bias. I have seen a lot of reasons why, a family or, friends wouldn't like someone. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's just very, first of all, they will frustrate you. It's very frustrating because you can never do anything right. And whether or not you think you're marrying the man, no, you're marrying the family. That's why
That is exactly
you're
the
moving
point.
in. That's why you're getting, the family name. Now, I'm talking based on, as a lady.
Yeah.
But I'm sure even some guys as well cannot marry a woman if the wife's family does not like them.
Yeah.
Because you don't do anything right. They are constantly saying negative things to
About
your husband.
you.
Behind my
that
back.
you can never really, tell whether...
Behind my back.
And
you know,
you
it's-
can't
say to my
necessarily
face.
tell if he's defending you. I've seen situations where, sorry, Pelumi, I've seen situations
Yeah.
where men are very different with you and very different with their family.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of myself as being a person that would make him actively choose between me and his family. Because Lord knows, if someone asks me to choose between between them and my family, it's a no-brainer. I'll choose my family.
Excuse me, two of you are Christians here. The Bible says you shall leave your family
Huh.
and cleave to me, and we shall become one flesh.
But unfortunately, that's
you
not
have
the
to
case.
because I'm your new
Unfortunately, that's
family
not the
now.
case.
I'm your new
But the family doesn't
now.
want you.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. Why I'm
Which
saying...
family? I'm the family now.
So let me tell you something, right? I'm very,
I'm
very
the
big
new
on
family.
So I'm very big on, the words you speak, right? Because no matter what, even something that you heard subconsciously, it's a seed that plants into your head.
Yeah.
Now imagine the people that he trusts, the people that
He doesn't trust
esteems.
me.
No, of course he trusts you. What
He
I'm saying is
trusts you.
the people he grew up with them, especially when it comes to a mother and a son, that love that they have. Some men will pick their mom
about we
over
run
their
away?
wives. So before you even, if you
about we run away?
That eloping thing never works because you'll still come
you
back
still
home.
come back. You're
You'll
still
come
coming back
home.
there. And then you are the bad person who took their son away from them. Now, what I'm saying, Sid, is people that he trusts, people that he listens to, they're constantly putting negative words about you.
But we're
Saying
married
She
already.
doesn't even... It doesn't matter. That's why people change during marriage. That's why you have divorce rates. Because why? There's a change of affection.
I have one
tell the
question
source
to
of
ask
that.
him. Is he a man? Can he make decisions by himself? I didn't want paying his bill
Okay,
for
wait.
him.
Sorry, let me just put you guys. Let me
You need to man
flip
up
the
and make the
tables now. Let me
choice.
flip the tables. Let's say your families do not like the guy at all, but you are crazily in love with this man. Would you still go ahead and marry him?
Yes, I will.
You would.
I will marry
I
him.
will consider. I will consider based
So
on...
why is your answer different when it's on your end, but it's different when it's on his
Because
end?
I can vouch for myself, and to a certain extent, I can
can
vouch
speak
for
to my
and I
family
can
on his
speak
behalf.
about my family. But you never can tell the family you're going into. You can't vouch for them or their characters. We've seen some people that will be
The
nice.
devil, is better than the
I'm
angel you
telling
don't know.
you, because so I have we're talking marriage, and we know different issues occur from marriages, right? Based on even movies that we see or things that I've heard. For example, if life happens, there's a way that you know that you're in this together, and there's a way that the man might think that, oh, you're the one against him. So for example, imagine there are fertility issues and the family doesn't like you. It's gonna be hell for you, because first of all, the family will make it seem like you're the problem. Next thing you know, they're bringing ladies and wives from the village.
I know I mentioned that men.
already...
I mentioned that men are different with you and also different, but then that's a small percentage. Now let's talk about the men that actually stand up for you, that are actually willing to.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, the family will be fine if my man really loves me and we're both in
So now my
together.
question,
the man will speak to his family on my behalf, and eventually they will come to see reasons. So why do I give up?
Okay, I can't fully agree with that, but let me quickly land. Let me just quickly land, right? So now, if he's willing to stand up to his family on your behalf and whatnot, and you see his efforts, you see that this man is really in it for you, would you still say, no, I'm not going to marry you? Like, go and make peace with your family and tell them that I said deuces?
No,
or
so
what would you
at
do?
that point, when I see the effort he's making, I think I'm going to go and look for a way to have a conversation with the mom, the family, or the siblings. Why I'm saying that is because, don't forget, I said life happens. Peradventure, God forbid it, imagine that man dies. you literally do not have a family with them because they're going to sideline you, make you.
How about when they switch up on you? They'll be showing you love, and God forbid the man dies and they switch up on you.
That's a very true possibility.
So that's a true possibility. But at that point, it's 50-50. But this one is almost a certain. It's 100% that that's going to happen. You're going to suffer as a widow. Now, that's even, the worst case scenario. But even if a man fights for you, see, there's something about family. Now, they make you seem as if you've taken our son away from us.
Yeah.
There are some family that if you don't do what they want, even to their children,
you're disowned.
You're disowned. They might not even disown you, but you can feel a level of distancing and detachment that even the son might not be able to, he might not be able to understand or grip. Because let's not forget, he has known these people their whole lives. He probably dated you 1, 2, 3, at most, maybe even 6 years. I don't know.
10.
And then you're battling with history.
Yeah.
This one is love that you just have.
But should his family's happiness be at the expense of your happiness and
Do
love?
you understand? Me, I'm all for the love. See, I'll marry him.
You're all for the love. See, I just feel there are certain decisions that we make now based on how we feel now.
But
and then we live to regret it 10, 20 years later.
I feel like that's selfish.
But then
because you're not considering the love.
Yeah.
Love will now make you go through all of that pain with him, even if his family does not accept you. You now go through all that pain because you genuinely love this man and you don't want to throw that away.
So see, what we're saying is, I'm not saying that, you can't go through it with him, but what I'm saying is, what if he turns against you? See,
that's a different thing.
I'm speaking from experience, right? My aunt, her mother-in-law did not like her.
Yeah.
But they went ahead to get married because, he said love conquers all. Now, unfortunately, the man had downtimes in his business and he wasn't doing all that great. So it was my aunt. I mean, love conquers all, right? She was so happy to pick up the slack and do everything. But then the mom would be like, oh, I went to this pastor. They say your wife is a witch. Your wife is
Did he believe the mom?
At first, he didn't.
Okay.
But when he constantly, that's why I said words are seeds.
She's constantly saying it to him. He started believing it.
He started... So he did not believe at first, but he started acting out. So he would, even in the little things that she does, some things that he would overlook, he would kind of give credit to what the woman has said. So it might just be maybe something that she has, maybe she wears red or she wears leg chain, for example. It's like, why is she wearing that? Why is she wearing that? And before you knew it, it became a fight. Now they're separated.
I think that's one. I think that's one out of many cases.
I get where Pelumi is coming from. But then I read a lady's story on Quora. People go up there and write about their personal life. And she said that she married a man whose family detested her. Like, they did not like her for religious reasons, where she was from. They thought her family was trash. Like, the hatred literally went past her into her family. Wow. But this guy fought for her, and they eventually got married. They just decided to cut ties with his family. They decided to cut ties with his family. And to some extent, her family also cut ties with her because she decided to marry this man whose family hates her, and the family warned her against it. So she felt the distance. They didn't cut ties, but she felt the distance. 5 years along, they already had like 2 kids. And guess what? His family came around because every grandmother or grandfather out there for sure wants a relationship with their grandkids.
There's some people that
I don't know. I just feel like it's not fair for us to say it never works out, because there are certain cases where it actually works out. It just requires some time and patience. And I always say that if you're going to fall in love with your brain and your heart. Like, put your heart into it, but also use your brain. You need to be mentally straight, like mentally okay and strong to handle all the criticism, the hate, and all that. And it's not only with families that we push back. It's not only with families that gives you pushback. Sometimes you'll even marry into families that love the hell out of you, but you do find that 1 or 2 or 3 relatives that will still test your patience. So as an individual getting married, you're leaving your family and joining someone else's family. You need to be mentally strong. So it works out sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't.
I think it works differently for different people.
And in different regions.
Exactly, I was going to say, in Quora, most of these people are, white, British.
They're white, British,
European,
and they can speak against their family. Nigerians are very attached to family.
Timid.
We actually, not even timid, but we actually hold very strong family values in Nigeria.
It's our community.
In Africa,
so we hold very strong family values. And why I'm saying that is because, in fact, let's actually have a poll and say, okay, if we're to choose between your mom and your wife, most people will pick their mom.
I mean,
they'll say why? Because she gave birth to me.
It has happened
because she
before.
carried me
You
for
don't-
9
That is
months.
a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer.
No,
Like your mom is
But
second
you're
to
supposed
none.
to pick your wife because she's your new family. She
I
has your
get
children.
that, but then
That's what we're saying.
I get that, but your mom is second to none when it comes to people. Honestly,
wife?
how many? Wait, how many?
Really?
No,
What
guys,
about your wife
think
and your
about it.
kids?
Think about it. Let's remove the kids from this equation, right? Let's think about it. Your first love, for those people that actually grew up with their
Until
moms
you're
and
married.
whatnot, the first love, womanly love that you have is your mom,
and that's
right?
why-
You
so
are
that's why-
married.
It's your-
Once you are
I
married,
get that.
that's
It's your
now
mom.
secondary.
It's your mom. You coming in as a wife cannot expect to compete because you guys carry two completely different capacities in his life.
So that's what
So
we're
it's not
saying.
even a thing of
But-
choice.
but
because
that is
I'm
own
taking choice
immediate
completely off the
family
table.
now.
I'm taking
Yeah.
choice completely off the table because it is very selfish of you as a person to even ask him to choose if you know if you're put in that
but
position
then-
you won't
so
He
choose.
doesn't need a
So
family
now
yet.
he-
Doesn't
Okay,
need an
so
immediate
but then
family
that's
yet.
what we're trying to say, and you're indirectly putting him in that position to choose if his mom doesn't like you.
So you should just walk away.
No, you're
Make it
either-
easy.
But that's the thing. Whether
What
you
if
know
he's
or
not ready to let go of you?
You
Have
are
you
you,
considered
but
that?
then it's for him to convince his mom, and then probably while you're courting or dating, you see a change or an improvement in your relationship.
And she
because
doesn't
that's what
come
I'm saying.
around. I
Because
don't know.
if the mom, see, trust me, we women, we know ourselves. If we don't like someone, we don't hold it in. We are very vocal about
about
people
it.
that we don't like.
Yeah.
Now imagine doing that with a child that, I mean, every parent feels entitled to their child, right? Entitled to, okay, you have to take care of me, entitled to even making decisions. Because after all, growing up, you make the decisions for them in the
Yeah.
first place. So now it's like, oh, what a mom or what an adult can see sitting that be sitting down.
A child cannot see even if they climb the tallest tree.
or
Mhm.
whatever. So they come from that angle
Yeah.
of, we have raised you. We have
We know
made
better.
decisions for you. We know better. I am your mom. We have that connection.
Okay.
Over someone that even tomorrow can actually end up breaking up with you.
I understand.
But
where
they're
you
not
both-
always
So, I
right.
understand where you both are
You also
coming
need
from.
to-
But can
you
I
also
speak?
need to-
Can I
you also
speak?
need to
Can I
entertain
speak? Victoria,
Go ahead.
you both were speaking on choice, and I think at the end of the day, when a man is about to start or get married, he is starting his immediate family, and that is his number one priority. Is going out to work, trying to make money, trying to be a better person for his immediate family first.
And for
so
his
it's
family,
not about.
Have you
Yes,
met a mama's
yes.
boy?
But then that's a mama's
No.
boy.
Have you
But
met
a
a mama's
man-
boy?
A man is, thinking of his
See,
family, his wife, his kids first. So at the end of the day,
So let me tell you
whether-
something.
outspoken
easier
and
for you to
cheating,
say
they
that
are
than-
chosen.
See, can I
There's
shock
always
you?
a choice.
A lot of
whether
guys,
you make
see,
it obvious or not.
this
He will
question-
choose who he wants
That's
to
not-
put as
can I say
priority.
something? Choice, though.
If you ask a lot of, even the men say, if you ask them when they make that first money, when they start working, aside the fact that okay, they want to take care of the family, the first thing at the back of their minds is they want to make sure that their family,
Is
which
okay.
they already have, is okay.
Mhm.
They want to buy a car for their mom. They want
Exactly.
to build a house for their mom or their dad. It is one of the goals that everyone has. That's to show you the level of importance that they have. I
Mhm.
understand immediate family, like, okay, when we marry, two shall become one, one shall slay 10, two, 10,000, and all the every year.
Mhm.
But we cannot discredit the fact that the family holds a major importance. And if they don't like you, you might be signing yourself up. Now, I use the word might. You might be signing yourself up for a life of torture, a life of issues and problems.
I don't
because
want
you
to-
will never do anything right. She will come to the house one day. Why is the house dirty? Why is this?
I mean,
the sisters will
some
come.
men,
They'll
do you
put
know
pressure on you.
some
The
men
sisters will
do
take
once they
over from
find-
the
do you
mom.
know- Wait, do you know that some men, once they find out that their family doesn't like the girl, they tell their family, you guys, is that you like her or I'm leaving you people?
In Nigeria,
It's not like I'm leaving you people.
in Nigeria,
And then they leave.
if it's a white
yes.
It's very hard.
I
Being an
understand.
African. It's
In
very hard for an
Africa,
African.
yes.
Africa, you won't.
Yes.
Hey,
They are. Have you done your survey?
So
Okay, no.
You're just speaking
Wait,
based on
no. Let me see it from,
generalization. They are.
you know,
That's why you
Africans,
say after I use my
Pelumi,
two chests to feed
in as traditional as you think Africans are right now, a lot of Africans are very liberal, so to say, and very
Yeah.
open-minded
This
to
is
a
the
lot of
woman
things.
I love.
Even though
I'm
the
gonna
percentage
leave.
is probably 0 point something, they do exist.
Yes,
and you do have those
Pelumi.
people that would
Pelumi,
actually
you
be
can't make
willing
everybody in
to
Africa.
leave you.
So you can't judge.
So what of the people that, the ladies that would go to their boo's house for the first time,
Mhm.
and then, a lot of all this, a lot of families or a lot of guys, they'll say they want to test to make sure that she's wife material. A lot of times, if the woman fails the test, they break up. And that's based on the influence of the
That's
family.
the fault of the
Then
guy.
the guy's also not serious.
I mean, why
No,
why is
that-
it
with that
testing-
example-
why they testing her?
with that example,
She
I
said
blame
then
the
she
guy.
wants to marry
So,
the
but
guy.
that is what I'm saying. How many percent, or what's the percentage of guys that would stand up to
That's why I
their
said it
parents?
could be less. It could be
But
0
what's the
point something, but they
percentage?
do
It's
exist.
like probably 1 or 2 out of
Probably,
10.
you're not sure.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay, Wikipedia,
sure.
go and Google it. Find the number, please. I just feel like there's a population, a very, very small population, so to say, that would actually stand up and forget the family and decide to move forward with the lady. But then again, personally, I would advise that quit while it's early. Quit while it's
I will
early. Run for the hills.
advise that you go with the love of your life and start your new family together with him. Period.
Love is
But-
a crime. Oh.
Hey, go ahead,
now
please.
put you inside problem.
Tolu,
See, love is never enough. Those in toxic relationships that are claiming love will conquer, you know, they conquer so much.
It conquers sometimes.
it conquers sometimes.
You know,
It does. Like, look, when I switched the question and said, if your family doesn't like him, you said you might consider.
Consider.
No.
Like I said, I can
You
vouch
would
for
think
my family
about it.
that-
He can
You
go
okay,
back to
no.
work for
Let's
his own
remove. Let's
family.
remove. Yeah, guys,
So
we've
I
seen so many times family would switch up on you fast. So let's remove that part of I can vouch for my family. Let's say they never move. Like you can't vouch for them because they switch.
can't
So when I say
And
I
then-
would vouch for them is because I know that I can talk and try to convince
Okay,
them
let's
because of me.
let's imagine that doesn't work. Would you still go ahead and marry this man?
If my family can.
But you really love him, Pelumi.
You wouldn't marry him.
If I really love him, I'll have a conversation. Is it because now it's on him, not on me? Because me, I'm fine. But it's on him now. Can
You're
you-
definitely you're not fine. You're not fine.
No.
You
Why
can't
you're
do
not-
without the
you're not
marriage.
fine.
No.
because-
When I mean I'm fine, is
Mhm.
because last, it's still my family. They won't treat me
But
bad.
there'll
I'm
be
not the one.
pushback
I'm
from your
not the
family.
one- I'm not the-
There'll be a distance.
But I'm
Would
not
you
the
be able
one,
to cope
I'm not
with
the
that?
one that would suffer a lot of the pushback. Why? Because my
But
family.
How would you
Okay.
suffer the pushback if you
Pelumi,
cut
but it will
ties?
hurt
You
you when
won't.
they are treating your man badly. Won't
Exactly.
hurt
It
you?
would hurt me when they're treating him badly. That's why I said we would have a conversation. We can see it. How far? Can
That's
you
what
cope
I'm
with
saying.
this?
There's a way
My
they will
point
hurt
is
you.
there
There's a
will
way
be
they will hurt your
distance.
partner. You will clear them.
There'll
that
be a
if you
distance
guys
that you will
continue
feel
like
from
this,
your family.
I'm cutting off.
And that's why I said I can vouch for my family in knowing the things I can do to convince them about him.
All
Do you
right.
understand?
So now I understand, but for me, if I see that over time and he has not, really spoken up for me again and again, because again, there's a way you will love someone when you see somebody else talking bad.
You need to defend me.
Yeah, but if you're not defending me, he's also telling that you don't love me, and I will leave. But if I see that you love me and I can see the effort that you're putting time and time
Mommy,
again,
don't
You need to be
I
there
have
for
my
me in
husband's
adversity.
backing.
You need to be
I
there
get
for
it.
me
I have
in
my husband's
adversity.
backing. So
All
that's pretty
right,
much it.
guys, let's wrap it up. Tolum, any final words?
I mean, love conquers everything. Go with the love of your life. Don't let any... See, that's a test from God.
Yeah?
I get it.
No, please.
That's it.
That is not a test from God.
So you can conquer it. You can do it. Thank you.
Okay.
My own, I'll just say many have thought that they were strong enough to handle the family pressure. It's not 1 year you're talking about, it's for a lifetime. For how long God keeps all of us alive. So if you know you can't handle it, or if you've seen the signs and you know that in the future it's gonna be unbearable, I think you should cut your losses while you're at it.
And you
before you
remain
enter
single.
it and you have more to lose.
And you remain
Yeah.
single.
Well, from my end, love using your brain. Think long term. Do you want your children to grow up in negativity? Do you want that negativity following you everywhere you go? Or do you want to live in peace? Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. But anyway, I had the best time talking to you guys. Please, guys, like, comment, and share. Please tell us what you think. Share your personal experiences. Has this happened to you? Has it happened to someone you know? Let us know in the comment section below. But don't be too sad. We're not leaving you yet. Please stay tuned for Fun O'Clock.
Welcome back to The Time. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is time for Fun O'Clock. And yes, as you can rightly see, we have some very beautiful cups, pink cups in front of us. So now this game is a very interesting game. It is one that I love personally. Because we're going to be drinking, but we're taking
One
fruit
that I love.
juices. So how well do you know your fruit juice? So we're going to be guessing what fruit these juices are made of. So right now we're very clueless. We don't know what's in this cup, but we just hope that we'll be safe.
So can I
to
say,
drink it.
can I say something?
All right.
I just foresee myself winning this game
Eh,
because
see,
as a
pride goes
foodie,
before a fall.
You
What,
wanna check my
does
taste
juice?
buds?
What does juice have to do with food?
My taste buds are on 100, bro.
Okay, we'll see
please,
that. We'll see
let's
that.
start.
You know, like they rightly say, pride always goes before what? A fall. Victoria,
No fault.
Thank
You only
you,
4
thank
years.
you.
Victoria,
Yes.
we've got this.
We've got this.
Are you ready? So first off, on your mark, when I say get set, you pick up your straw. Are you ready?
So get set to pick up the straw.
On your mark, get set.
You didn't say ready, but okay.
Unravel your straw.
Okay.
Wait, I've not said go. Calm down. Return your cup.
Sorry, moderator.
Yes.
Sorry, ma.
All right. In 3. So when we test the drink, I will then call the number, and then we will all mention what flavor you think the juice is made of. Right.
So it's just the first one we're taking, right?
It's yes.
I'm moving far. I'm moving
All right.
So it doesn't
On your
go-
mark, get set, go.
Apple.
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 Apple. Apple. Are we correct?
Can we finish them? Okay.
Are we correct?
Yes. One for
Now
Vicky.
this kind of game I dey like.
It's
I-
cold.
I love it.
Hold on, this straw is
Tell me
taking
you're
long.
done.
So I say, see, call me the Flash.
All right.
In this game.
Cup 1 down. Are you ready for the next one?
But I think we need to call it together because if not, if you call it, I'll just say
She's
whatever.
scared
you
she'll
say.
cheat.
Oh, that's
She's scared
true.
she'll cheat.
That's true. Wait. So when you taste it, don't call it here until like say 3, 2, 1. Because if not, the next person will say the same thing that you said.
You
All
mean
right.
Pelumi will say the next thing I say?
Yes, Balumi.
Okay.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go the next cup.
This
3, 2, 1, go. Red grapes.
Cranberry.
Red grapes.
grape.
Red grapes.
Red grape.
Red grapes. Red grapes.
Grapes! I said grapes!
She said cranberry. I said
I said
grapes.
grapes.
So I have 2-1.
It's fine, I'll still finish it. Let me not finish it, I got it wrong.
So here's the thing. If you look at the picture, cranberry and red grapes, they almost look
They
alike.
don't look the same. Cranberry is
almost-
lighter.
No, if you saturate it and increase the vibrance, they do.
So
So I technically got it.
Oh, photographer, well done. Saturated,
Balumi, you're
contrast,
wrong.
highlight, shadow,
Balumi,
everything.
you're wrong. So I have 2 and both of you have 1. Okay.
It is well.
All right.
At this point, I'm going to forget we're playing.
Balumi, can you drop your cup, please? Next cup. Remember the rules of the game. We're not
Thank you.
mentioning the drink until, we mention it together. Third cup in 3, 2, 1, go.
Pineapple.
3, 2, 1, go. Mango.
No, mango.
You already said pineapple,
Already
so you're
said-
disqualified.
Pineapple.
Pineapple mango.
Mango.
2
3,
fruits.
2, 1, mango.
Pineapple mango.
3, 2, 1,
Uh-huh.
mango.
I said pineapple.
What did you say?
Both of them.
No, you're wrong. Mango. Mango.
Pineapple.
Pineapple mango. Pineapple and mango.
Yeah!
What? Pineapple?
Pineapple.
Ooh,
Every
pineapple.
No, this is mango.
Every pineapple fruit will be different.
This is mango. I know pineapple even in my slip.
They said I'm
This-
right. Stop
this
fighting
is
it.
mango.
Stop
Okay.
fighting it.
Now we will know if the last
Allow
one is
me
pineapple.
win. Why are you guys so against
3,
me winning?
2, 1, last cup.
I don't even know if I'm still competing with you guys. Because
Oh no, this is
pineapple. Correct. This is pineapple. I won. Excuse me. Excuse me. I won this
is
game.
pineapple.
Period.
pineapple.
At this point, I
How
don't
can you be telling me? How can you be telling me that was pineapple when I was tasting mango there, ladies and gentlemen?
My taste buds are confused.
Pelumi and Victoria. Pelumi and Victoria, please.
I need water.
Pelumi and Victoria, please.
I don't even know the taste
Can
of
I ask?
anything
Can I
again.
ask for your attention?
Yes, ma.
With a resounding applause, let's give it up for the winner of this game, the one, the only, Tola Thompson.
She's making it sound like a beauty pageant. You
Cricket
wanna
sounds-
juice
It sounds
game?
everywhere.
So what?
Cricket sounds everywhere. Why are you guys? You know why I'm happy? Pelumi was bragging at the beginning of this game. That
You want
I'm
a juice
sure I'm
game,
gonna
please?
win.
I'm petty at this point.
Victoria, I really thought we're down. We were
So let
in
me
this
tell you
young-
something.
We're not
It's
anymore.
not about bragging. Why? Because I'm a connoisseur.
I beg you.
So I'm enjoying it. So I'm doing the juices proud.
I really
Double
love this
juice.
game. Now this game I did like. I love it. I mean, how I was able to get
I'm
all
so
of this
full.
flavors is actually a shock to me. Congratulations. I have a very special gift
Congratulations to
for
me.
myself.
Well done, Tolu. Well
Well,
done.
thank you all so much for being a part of today's episode of the show. I hope you learned one thing or two, especially to all of you watching at home. If you want to marry the love of your life, regardless of the family, that's up to you. If you know that divorce or having a child outside of marriage is a deal breaker for you, that's up to you. But let me behave yourself. Thank you once again for watching today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles now showing on your screen. And also don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also drop a comment down below and let us know what you think of our conversation. From Tolu Thumb saying, you know the vibes already. It is peace, love, and bye-bye.